Thanks for tuning in to the 2017 Men's Lacrosse Preview. I'm Brandon Morgan. I'm joined alongside head coach Mike Caravana, who's entering his 24th season here at Denison. Coach, last year it's tough to get that great season out of our minds. You guys went to the Elite Eight and eventually fell to Salisbury in overtime on their field. Can you talk about that experience and how that added some extra motivation to this year's team?
Well, yes, we were fortunate to have a very strong season last year. Really losing 2 games by a goal was tough, but I think in many cases it certainly kind of validated our ability to play against the best teams in the country and to play well. I think it gave us a shot of confidence that we always try to instill in our players. So we're looking forward to this season a little bit. And we have a whole bunch of new players with some graduation of some outstanding players and Blair Farrenholt and James Mager and Nick Bortolani, Brian Miller. So we've had some guys who have been through the program before that are graduating, but we felt good about the recruiting classes that we've had. And we have a whole bunch of sophomores that haven't played a lot last year that have really stepped up so far this season that we anticipated they would. And so we're excited to get going.
You have 2 All-Americans returning in Liam Rooney and Ben Dehowski. Can you talk about their veteran presence on this 2017 team?
Well, Ben's a junior and Liam's a senior. All of them have both guys have played since their freshman year, so they've been in a lot of big games. They're All-American players for a reason. I think they're first-team All-American candidates. We have some other players besides them. Teddy Sawyer, who I thought was an All-American player last year, who returned for his senior season on defense. And we have 2 very good defensive midfielders coming back, which is a key position in men's lacrosse these days, and in juniors, Hannibal George and Josh App. Josh was the first-team All-League player last year. So we have some experience somewhere, but we are a little bit inexperienced. It looks like we might be playing a new goalie who likely will be a freshman. We have a new face-off guy, Henry DeCamp from Washington, D.C. via Conn College. And we're going to have some newer players in the middle of the field, a couple maybe new long-stick midfielders. So it's one of those kind of situations. We're optimistic. We like our team a lot. And we really think, even though we have some challenging games early in the season, that our opportunity to be really good at the end of the season is really exciting for us. And certainly, the future is very bright.
Denison is ranked in the top 10 in the preseason polls and has about 5 or 6 perennial powers on slate this year. When February 19th hits and Washington Elite comes to Granville, your team needs to be ready to go. Can you talk about maybe some urgency you have in the preseason practice to get ready for these big games?
Well, without question, certainly they're an outstanding team. Then we play the following week, we play Roanoke College. The following week, we play Albion. And then we play Montclair. So 3 of the top 4 teams are all NCAA playoff teams last year. So that helps us obviously get ready for our regular season. But we've been fortunate to go to Michigan the last couple of years and scrimmage them and Marquette, which kind of gives us a key assessment point for kind of where we're at, and if we can handle the big moments and the pressure there. Certainly playing Division I schools and scrimmages. But the last couple of years, we have played a tougher schedule early, and our guys come back excited. I think it's been a good impetus for us to train well during our time at home during the holidays and come back in shape and be ready to go. So we look forward to the opportunity of having Washington Elite play us here, and I think that'll generate some excitement in our season as we begin it. And we're hopeful, obviously, to play well. We played well last year, and we need to do the same thing this year to get off to a good start.
Coach, you've had a busy year this year. In the fall, you was the acting head field hockey coach, taking over for PJ Teteriadis as she was on maternity leave. Can you talk about your experience coaching field hockey and how has that changed you as a coach?
Well, I think it was what I had hoped for. It just kind of broadened me. It gave me a better sense of how to connect and communicate with people, and I feel like that's been a good thing for me. And when you've coached as long as I have, you're looking for new and different challenges. Nan had promised me, our athletic director, that this would be new and different, certainly for me, given my background, and certainly came through.
So thank you for watching the 2017 Men's Lacrosse Preview. Denison opens up their 2017 season February 19th as they take on Washington and Lee right here from Granville at 1 o'clock. For Mike Caravana, I'm Brandon Morgan, DSN.